You're watching WCBI, Columbus, Starkville, Tupelo.
Coming up this morning, solidifying a blueprint plan state legislators are considering for Mississippi in the upcoming year. And stimulus checks are available when you should be expecting yours in the mail or directly deposited into your account.
And in typical 2020 fashion, we've got a chance for severe weather just as we are rounding into 2021. We'll time that out for you, and I'll have your 7-day forecast coming up. But first, WCBI Sunrise starts right now.
WCBI Sunrise starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us here on Sunrise on this Wednesday. I'm Eric Crosswhite. Mississippi sets a new daily COVID-19 related death toll as the state's case count soars past 210,000. The State Department of Health is reporting 1,943 new cases and 85 deaths. 18 of those fatalities were in the WCBI viewing area.
Season's greetings from WCBI.
Good morning, everyone. For years, we have shared stories of people across our country, some touching, some uplifting, some joyful, all told by CBS reporter Steve Hartman. Steve has a regular feature called On the Road. Sometimes his stories are on the CBS Evening News. At other times, you can see him on CBS Sunday Morning. Well, he's even been here to North Mississippi for a story, and while he was here, he was gracious enough to sit down and visit with us for Mid-Morning. So today, a show full of stories that will touch your heart, all told by Steve. And we'll begin here. In all his years on the road, Steve Hartman has traveled far and wide, but last year he went on a journey he never imagined.
WCBI Midday starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on Midday. I'm Eric Crosswhite. A West Point gun deal gone bad ends in gunfire and a teenager in jail. 18-year-old Bobby McFalls is charged with aggravated assault, shooting into a dwelling, and discharging a firearm in city limits.
You're watching Midday with Eric Crosswhite.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office says it's investigating a physical confrontation between a white woman and a black teenager caught on camera. It shows the woman tackling the teenager after accusing him of taking her cell phone, which he didn't do. The confrontation is drawing comparisons to other recent false accusations against black people. Nikki Batiste reports from New York.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Birchett.
It is feeling a little warm to be the last Wednesday in December, but I'm sure, as you know, when we have the warm weather this time of year, it's usually ahead of some strong storms. We'll talk about timing on that here in just a little bit. Let me take you outside on the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. Pretty nice afternoon, blue sky and sunshine for just about everybody. Take a look at those temperatures, though.
We have some rain developing across our region this afternoon. The live view in downtown Tupelo. We have a storm system coming our way and the chance for some strong storms tomorrow night. We'll have it in your full forecast in just a few minutes.
WCBI News at 5 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. The University of Mississippi Medical Center says it is running out of room and fears that January could bring a growing number of patients. Hospital officials have had to create 11 makeshift ICU beds, which means their capacity stands at -11 for ICU space.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Clouds have filled back in. We have some light rain across our region right now, generally north and west of Columbus. That's affecting you in Tupelo right now. And for the most part, along the northwest of the Natchez Trace Parkway, the best chance for some showers this evening and tonight.
WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. As Mississippi continues to see record-breaking COVID-19 numbers, the need for healthcare workers continues to be at an all-time high. That's why hospitals across the country, including Baptist Golden Triangle in Columbus, are offering incentives during the hiring process.
You're watching WCBI's News at 6 with Joey Barnes.
Welcome back, everyone. A Northeast Mississippi community is being connected by a quilt. WCBI's Allie Martin tells us how residents in Aberdeen can take part in the collaborative effort that promotes unity in the community.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
SEC play getting underway for the Mississippi State men, and is there any better way to start conference play than with a dogfight as Hail State Hoops hits the road to play an undefeated Georgia squad? Although it might seem early, head coach Ben Howland saying in his press conference earlier this week that conference games will likely set the tone for March.
WCBI News at 9 on CW4 starts now.
Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Cash Matlock. The number of hospitalized COVID-19 patients is the highest it's been in Mississippi. More than 1,300 confirmed cases in the state's hospitals today. Courtney Jackson has the latest from the University of Mississippi Medical Center. Take a look.
UMMC is operating on what's called contingency standards of care.
WCBI News at 9 on CW4 with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we begin part 2 of our conversation on driver safety. Here's Health Talk with Baptist.
Hi, I'm Lee Richardson, a physician in the emergency room at Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast on CW4 with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
It's great to see you tonight. We've been beating the drum on the chance for some strong storms over the last couple of days.
WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Breaking news tonight, multiple sources tell WCBI at least one person is dead and another is in the hospital after a possible shooting earlier tonight. Well, Police Chief Fred Shelton says an argument in the front yard of someone's house ended in gunfire and the suspect left in a car. Now, the alleged incident took place around 9 p.m. tonight. Columbus police are on the scene now and they are investigating that. The shooting happened near the intersection of 12th Street and 13th Avenue South in Columbus. Now, this is a developing story, and we are working to get more information on that as soon as possible. Well, in other news, the number of hospitalized COVID-19 patients is the highest it's been in Mississippi. More than 1,300 confirmed cases in the state's hospitals today. Courtney Jackson has the latest from the University of Mississippi Medical Center.
UMMC is operating on what's called contingency standards of care.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Georgia entering into the season opener, SEC opener against Mississippi State undefeated. And Hail State Hoops saying to that, hey, not so fast. Let's just get to the action in.
That would be the best chance for some of those heavy storms before we clear things out for
2020. It just needs to get everything out of its system, Keith. You know,
wouldn't
just
that be
finish up.
nice? Probably won't happen, but it would be nice.
All right, thank you, Keith. Thank you, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.